So we figured out how to get one of these, which is evolved by one of these. And if you haven't figured out how to do that just yet, you can simply watch the last video. But the big thing about it is making sure that your Malwin has 100% adventure to be able to evolve into either its Solwyn or Malwin forms. But to turn it into a Malwin, we've been trying to figure out how on earth this works. It seems to be related to this, the Bloodforge, a brand new structure that's arrived to Lost Colony, a very unique looking structure at that allows you to turn red elements that you get from doing those tower defense games to turn into actual elements. Great way to make element. But before we make sure it's powered by putting red element into it and turning it on, before we do that, we can see the message seems to react strangely to Vulpite, which it seems we've got by reacting to Solwyn's prior. So it turns out a patch just dropped that's actually fixed, apparently, pristine Vulpite being infused. Those are the exact words in the patch notes. So by clicking on a piece of pristine Vulpite, a new option now appears saying reinforce item. Interestingly, we can only do it with the Mastercraft and not an Ascendant, because there's a red element shard requirement, and expecting the Ascendant to certainly offer a improved evolution, we're going to make sure we got plenty for this Ascendant one rather than the Mastercraft one. I think you get lesser stats if you do a Mastercraft or lower. So we'll make a few more shards, and there we go. Now we've got enough, we can click on that and click reinforce item, which is now transferring it, changing it into hopefully a corrupt pristine. And there we go, Ascendant corrupted Vulpite. Okay, right, that's got the 100% completion, as you're gonna need to do. We're gonna feed that in. And hello, invisible Malwin. Where did you go? What? Where did it go? Is it on the map? It's invisible. I wonder if you've got to take it off companion mode first. What's concerning is that in turning companion mode off, we don't actually see the buff anymore. Fingers crossed this is still going to work. Alright, so at least we've got one more Ascendant we can corrupt now. And if you didn't know, to get an Ascendant, you need to be interacting with a high level Solwyn. Lower levels will give you Mastercraft or below. So, let's try this again. Hopefully I can feed it to you. I can. Good. Alright, fingers crossed it works this time. But why? Okay, let's reload the game. Maybe that'll fix the issue. Hey, there we go. By reloading the game, it indeed fixed our issue. At least that'll help you on single player. I have no idea what to expect on servers, but we've got our very own Malwins, baby. I've got to say, they look a little bit malnourished. A very grotesque looking creature indeed, with those haunting eyes, skinny belly. Dude needs to get an eat on, and some very sharp raptor-like feet. Look at these, dude. Holy crap. Can these communicate like the raptors in Jurassic Park? Well, seeing that it's malnourished, I think we need to go on a little feeding frenzy, and to do that, we're going to need a saddle. You need to be level 65 with access to a smithy, and requires a little bit of metal, hide, fiber, and chitin. So, and for reference, those stats, wow, have flown up even more than the Solwyn. The Solwyn definitely didn't hit this much health, nor melee. This definitely has way more health and melee than the Solwyn, just for comparison. Oh, look at that saddle, bro. Look at that saddle. Wow. Oh, Wildcard absolutely cooked with this saddle. I love the look of it. It looks very heavy metal. It looks ready and armed to the teeth. Why are there blades underneath? Okay. And yeah, for comparison, again, that's 30k health and 621. And a Solwyn from the same Malwin, because, well, we clones the same Malwin, has 23k health and 621 melee. So the melee stays the same. The health is beyond, absolutely beyond. In fact, this gets a bit more stamina as well, I'm noticing. The oxygen and food stays the same, and it gets a little bit more weight as well than a Solwyn as well, because I do believe this is going to be more of a fighter than the Solwyn is a traveller. So let's check it out, baby. It still moves fairly quick. It's got some decent mobility. Pretty cool looking creature with Interestingly, no abilities being informed on the right-hand side. But yeah, that's doing way better melee as expected. These are meant to be the fighters, right? Let's figure out what tricks it has up its sleeve. If we press right-click, we have a little cursor. In holding right-click, alt-attack, we've gone stationary and we're just turning on the spot. Maybe we've got to do it whilst looking at a creature, so let's do that. Oh, we've beamed it. Which is what it does to other things. And we're inflicting sanguine malediction. And we can see it's stacking all the way up to 20, inflicting this sanguine malediction, which, when shooting and remaining locked on anything it's shooting, is reducing the healing of that victim. As well as any attacks that I do will heal me now, whilst it's got malediction on. So let's fight it again. Oh yeah, no, definitely. It's not a giant amount of health increase, but it's definitely a little. I wonder if we can improve that anymore. But anyway, let's check out the other abilities. So we hold R and then we switch to Sanguine Vulnerability. There we go. It's holding the reload button. Now if we shoot this on a target that's a bit slower than you, we're going to inflict way more damage. So inflicting this, same deal again. We'll see that stack all the way up to 20. And apparently any attacks will be dramatically increased. So here's this one that has got a little bit on it. 374. But this one's maxed out, right? Just checking. And we're doing 410 on this one. So we went from 373 to, once again, I'm sorry, little one. It's fascinating how this works, that you just got to be looking at the thing. Oh, there we go. To 410. I mean, that's a decent increase. It almost feels like you definitely want to be doing that. I mean, to be hitting at 410, you basically want to have one of these shooting at all times. I wonder, with a pack of these, will that be a bonus to all Malwins? And holding R again, or by holding E on the Malwin, I think we can change it to the next one, which is Sanguine Fatigue. We will now offer a slowing debuff, so it's going to be great against things like this, tanks like this, making them even slower to approach us. How much slower is it? Doesn't feel like it's offering too much of a slow debuff. We can stack all of these on the same target to definitely put some work in and heal us up in the process. And we can see another ability on the right hand side, a portal-like ability, because apparently these things do that. Holding C does offer this cursor. I think it might be related to this. Here's a cool thing. If you hold down Control, which is your other alt melee, the weird melee one where you can hit people with guns, if you hold that and then crouch, you can cycle between them on a whim. You don't have to hold R to switch between them. That's pretty cool. Okay, so shooting a creature once again. Ah, now looking at a creature and pressing C on something that we've zapped, we can... Oh, come in for a Pounce attack! Yo! Okay, so let's change it to the melee one. It looks like that initial attack doesn't aggro stuff, so let's try this Therizino. Right. Won't let me do it yet. Can't do it yet. Do I have to do a full stack for it to work? Okay, so it's 17 stacks, interestingly. That seemed to work then. Let me just do something else. If I do another creature... Right, 15 stacks is the minimum. Oh, wow. Hang on. So can I repeatedly do that? Okay, so there's a cooldown. Let's just try and get some distance on these theories. It can still attack you though whilst you're doing that. Okay, so if you're being attacked, it does knock you out of the ability. So let's try it on something that we can sneak up on, like you. that seems to be running. Alright, we're on full now. Let's press C. Looks like there is a range to it. I'm holding down C. I can't do it yet. Now I can do it. And we hit for 683. Nice. That's like offering, what, an additional 50% melee? That's pretty good. That's pretty good, dude. The question is, of course, is it just... Are these abilities just for a Malwin or able to be used for other creatures too? So, if we throw out our Ocedon, and then I'll start hitting it. Right, 405, 409. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. You've now got a new melee support creature. This is a support creature. Helping to pump that melee up even more. Increase that DPS on specific targets. With, of course, the question being, does this work for everything, including bosses? Eh? They're both male. Damn it. Can they breed? Let's get a female. And what I want to know in particular, I'm expecting this to be able to mate to you, but can you mate to you? I don't think you can. Definitely not. I was just wondering if you could, you know, crossbreed different variants, but you can't. But you can mate with a male Malwin if you turn off following, and it's a gestation. So we're just gonna pop out the back, out the rear. I'm hearing rumours that this won't be a baby Malwin. Please, because if it is, I don't know if these are worth the effort. Oh, they're great. They're definitely offering some buff, but it's a lot of work. Oh my god, it is. Oh no. They're baby Veilwinds, bro. Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's so rough. Which means then you have to get each and every one all the way up to 100% companion to turn into a Malwin or a Solwyn again. That sucks. I won't lie. That sucks. However, we've got brand new boss support creatures, and well, the next creature requires us to face the boss. So until then, my name is Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, peace out.